Responding to that overwhelming situation where a mother and father were grieving about 2 weeks after their son was killed in Iraq, and they were on stage. They shouldn't have been there, and crying, and I didn't know who they were. And then when I heard the father say who he was and that he lost his only son in Iraq, and he was so proud of, and the son being so proud of serving his country, but that there was no monument for those soldiers, I got up out of my seat and told them, you'll have a monument next year. Besides the tragedy of losing their only son, there has to be a good deep down feeling that there are a lot of people that do care, that they didn't know about a year ago. Certainly they know now of the thousands that cared and cared a lot. This was the biggest turnout that they've ever had in Marin County. And it shows. So many people came up to thank me. Well, I certainly wouldn't want to thank them for losing their son, but certainly I would like to thank them for who they are and the sufferings that they've had since then and will have the rest of their lives. I was just happy to fulfill one small item that was missing here, and that was a monument for those soldiers, and they got it. You know, you should never forget all of those that have served. We take everything for granted, and we shouldn't. There are soldiers out there giving up their lives today. There's been 1,000 killed already in Afghanistan now. I hope this ends. I mentioned to Judy Arnold, our supervisor, that I'd like to build one more monument. And I want to put it right in back here, and it'll be a peace monument dedicated to people, dedicated really to peace, somehow bringing not only the regular normal type of people, but the heads of state. Show them what we've got in Marin. Don't go to Mount Tam or the beaches. Let's come out here and talk about having a little peace instead of talking about war all the time.